Well, now we're on the water. This is just a quick update to the Aquaplanet Stowaway inflatable SUP. I'm currently paddling around Newton Ferrers. It's very windy and it's very choppy. Doesn't look it at the minute. That's because I'm right behind a shelter spot. So we've pumped it up. We're on the board. It's a 4-inch board. It's 30 inches thick, 10 foot 2 long. I'm 75 kilo. Whoa, it's getting wobbly. So as you can imagine, it sits reasonably low in the water. Yeah, that just gives you an idea. But it's still, my feet aren't getting wet. My feet are still out of the water. So if you're a much lighter paddler, it would paddle around a lot more out of the water. But for a travel board, the amount it sits in the water is fine. I actually prefer a board that sits in the water anyway. It's more stable. My main paddle board, I swapped the red 12.6, which is a 6-inch thick board, for the red 11.3, which is a 4.7-inch board, because I preferred the way that the 4.7-inch board sits in the water. The 6-inch board, you feel like you're too far out of the water and the board's just riding on the top, whereas a hardboard and a thinner inflatable board sit more in the water, and I actually prefer that. So there you go. It's just a quick update. I'm on the water. I can't really turn around too much because I'll fall off because it's quite choppy. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll kneel down and then I can go through it a bit better. So there, I'm kneeling on the board. The board's got tread and that sort of goes in with gaps in, which I guess makes it weight saving, a cost saving, but then also makes it easier to fold the board up. The inflation points at the front of the board, not offset like the red paddle compact board is. Let's turn around. It's got bungees there. Let's turn around and have a look at the back of the board if I can without falling in. There's the supplied leash. It's quite a thin leash. Ooh, quite a thin leash, but it's fine for a board of this size. It's perfect actually for a board of this size. Leash points at the back. One thing I did notice as I came to use it and carry it down to the beach, there's no carry handle in the middle of the board. And that then explains the blue strap that was supplied, that you attach between a couple of rings to help you carry the board. But I've not figured the strap out yet. So once I have figured it out, maybe I'll take a picture with it on. But there you go, sat on the board. It's sitting in rather than on the water, but I'm not getting wet. The odd wave is breaking over me, but otherwise I'm staying nice and dry on it. And like I say, I'm 75 kilo. So that's just a little quick update. It's not flexing when I stand in the middle of the board. It's quite choppy and the board's not actually bending. I know some cheap thin boards can bend a lot in the middle. It's currently pumped up to 15 psi. It will, the recommended pressure is 17 psi. But when I've spoken to Aquaplanet, they said that their boards are tested over 20 psi and even to 25 psi. So I could put more in it, but at the minute it's performing okay, performing fine for the price point and the 4-inch thickness of the board. It's performing absolutely perfectly for that. It's nice and steady, as you can see. I mean, it's not flexing now as I'm going over the waves. The board's being plenty rigid enough, so I hope that helps. And I'll look out for the Amazon review when I do one. Thank you.